All right, what's up, guys? I'm going to make a little bit of a different video today because I'm currently in the process of moving back out of my parents' house to go into my new apartment in Tampa Bay, Florida. And I came across a pile of some of my old books that I read a few years ago, and they like quite literally changed my life. And it was really cool to kind of sit down and reminisce of like when I was first reading them to where I am now and like how far I've come. And it's honestly like pretty crazy. I owe a lot of my success and my mindset, especially, to some of these books right here. So that's why I wanted to share this with you guys. Pretty simple video for today, but these books absolutely changed my life, and they changed the way of my thinking. They helped me realize that there's a much better path out there that I can take than just going to college, getting an average job, and settling for a life of mediocrity. So without further ado, let's dive in. The very first book that I have here is Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and I originally read this book. I actually don't remember too much about this book, but I originally read this book because there's a certain point where I started to realize that you could make money online, but I was still so brainwashed into thinking that the old path was like one of the only ways that you could do it. And so like this book really helped me open my eyes to the fact that I think in here they reference that there's four types of people. There's employees, there's self-employed, there's business owner, and then there's investor, and that there's kind of like a progression to levels of income, right, and levels of freedom as well. So this book was awesome. I originally got it recommended to me by somebody that I knew that was also like at the time interested in making money online, and I was like, okay, I'll check it out. And so this was really the first book that I ever actually like paid attention to, because they have you read in high school and middle school and all that shit, but nobody actually like cares or anything like that. This book I actually read with an open mind. I went into it, and it changed my whole perspective on like how like that you don't have to go down this path of just working a job your whole life, even if the principles they talk about in here are like real estate focused. It at least helped me open my eyes that working a 9 to 5 job, going to college wasn't the only way. So that's the first one here. The second one is Think and Grow Rich. So this book, then, so after reading that book, I was like, okay, well, maybe this mindset that I had about you have to go to college, you have to go work a job, isn't the only way. And so then I actually started to think of what I wanted my life to look like. And this book, helped me kind of realize that. But then it also helped me take practical steps for how I could get my mind in the right place so that I could actually get that dream life. Because despite what people will tell you, you can't just find a magic business model, and you can't actually become exceptionally good at something and still make money online if your mindset isn't dialed in. And so, quite literally, by the name of this book, Think and Grow Rich, helps you change your perspective on how to make money so that you can literally make money. You just need time to catch up. So, this helped me dial in my mindset. It helped me understand things like visualizing. It helped me understand things like self-limiting beliefs. It helped me understand like why I was going down this path of self-improvement, because I was already in the gym at this point. I was already starting to develop good habits, but this book helped me understand like why you do that in the first place. And this book really got me down the path of kind of that whole process. So that's the second book. The third one here, actually, it's this one. So this book is called The Challenger Sale, and this is really beneficial for all my folks who are like interested in doing remote sales of any sort of fashion. This book completely changed my perspective on everything, because I found out about sales, and I was like, okay, this seems like a really good business model to do. I'm gonna do this. However, I had like one part of my brain that was like really scared that I wouldn't be successful in sales, and the main reason why is because I'm rather introverted myself, even though I'm not afraid to like put my face out there and get on camera and all that stuff. I'm not like super loud and energetic. I'm really chill and reserved. And so I thought before I got into sales that sales was one of those things where you have to be really aggressive. You have to be like I mean, you still do have to lead the call, but you have to be like really pushy. You have to be really loud. You have to like be almost like combative, if that makes sense. That was my original view of what sales would be like. And so after reading this book, I actually got this recommended to me by my mentor. It helped me realize that there were actually different kinds of sales styles. And so ultimately, after reading this book, this style here, the Challenger sale, is the style that I ended up finding was perfect for me. So I'm rather introverted and I'm rather laid back. So the style of sales that I actually developed was a style where you use that to your advantage instead of trying to fake yourself to be like some extroverted guy, right? And that involves asking skilled questions with the right tonality, where you're almost like challenging the person on the other side of the phone in the right way without being like super pushy. So this book was awesome, changed my life completely, changed my view around sales, and it allowed me to go from being somebody who knew I could make money on sales, but I didn't want to have to like fake my whole entire personality to get there, to somebody that realized that my entire personality up to this point is actually a superpower that I can use. There's just different styles of sales, and that's totally okay. So this was like the third book. And then the fourth one is a book called Psycho-Cybernetics. And this is a super valuable book because this book actually teaches you a ton about how the brain works. And basically, one of the core principles that they talk about in this book is that if you have a goal, your brain is basically like a missile headed towards a target. Now, the thing is that it's not aimed at the right place. And so over time, you have experiences and you have lessons that basically bounce this missile in the right path until it gets to your goal. And so it basically made me realize that your thoughts ultimately create your reality, and that if you can shape your thoughts in the right way, it's crazy. I got like so many like turning the page over like bookmarks here from reading this because it was super, super valuable. It still is. I should probably actually reread this, but it basically made me realize that if you have a goal, your thoughts that you think about every single day influence you getting to that goal. And if you think about your goal all day, and you think about it in the right context, it's literally just a matter of time before that missile lines up the right way, so that it hits the target. So teaches you a lot about the brain, teaches you about improving your self image, visualization, and then also like when you do hit a goal, how do you actually enjoy it? And things like that. And this was super, super valuable. So I'd strongly recommend this. If you're like a complete beginner and you've like never read anything, I would actually recommend picking this up first. It'll challenge you a little bit, but the principles inside of here will be extremely important. Like the Challenger sale, that's really valuable, but that's really only valuable like if you plan on doing remote sales, which I know that's not everyone on this channel. It should be, but I can't convince all of you guys to do it. But like Psycho-Cybernetics will be good in general for whatever business model you do or whatever path you go down in your life, right? So, and then the fifth and final book. This is one book, but it's the entire it's the entire Secrets trilogy. And I read this about 2 years ago when I was first building my agency, and I actually reread it when I built my coaching program that I'm now running. And so I have one book from the trilogy, but I think it's a 3 or 4 book. I think I have 4 of them. It's like a series. So there's Expert Secrets, and then I believe there's .com Secrets, and then there's one more. Maybe it's Traffic Secrets. And so this basically teaches you the fundamentals of how you can start either your own agency or coaching program. Like they go in depth on things like what is your ideal avatar? Where do you find these people? How do you get them interested in your product? How do you develop better marketing skills and things like that? So this was extremely beneficial to me when I first built my agency and got it off the ground and went from 0 to 50K per month in like 5 or so months to, and also when I restarted and I started my coaching program on the side and I had to do all of that stuff again, where I had to build, who do I want to work with? What do I want them to be thinking? Where do I find these people? How do I create the right movement and the right content and things like that? Like if you ever want to start either your own course, coaching program, or agency, a book like this, and in fact the entire Secret trilogy, is going to be extremely valuable for you because it helps you really refine those things. And it's really, really niche specific, which is actually what you want if you're doing something like this. And so this book, I'm trying to think of like what was most valuable in here. I think it was like, for me, I already knew like how to get traffic on social media, based on like some of the previous business models I've run. But this was really good in helping me refine my message, refine my avatar, and create specific content towards the people that I want to work with. So yeah, I mean, I would recommend this to anybody if you're going in the direction of starting your own like coaching program, course, agency, things like that. This book was super, super valuable, and I should maybe reread this as well one of these days. So we got a couple like really specific books, but then we got some more generalized books. I'd say if you're looking for more like generalized books, Psycho Cybernetics and Think and Grow Rich are all about like the brain, and so they basically give you the formula to get what you want. Whereas like Expert Secrets and the Challenger Sale are more specific to like a specific thing. Um, like if you're interested in remote sales, you should read the Challenger Sale. If you're interested in starting your own info product business, coaching program, agency, etc., you should probably read the Expert or the Secrets trilogy. But yeah, guys, hopefully that was valuable. I was literally just like cleaning this up as I was going. But those are the 5 books that completely changed my life and changed my perspective on everything. I've read a lot more on top of that, but I would strongly recommend that you guys go and give some of these a read because they could completely change your life too, especially if you haven't heard of some of these before watching this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed and see you guys in the next video.